Hey there, everybody. Welcome back with the Purplatypus is the name, and today we are doing the Octopuff guide. You want to find more Octopuffs? This is the video for you. Now, why would you want to find Octopuffs? One, once you get to the higher level ones, they do drop a good amount of money, so they can help you farm some money. But also, this is the only enemy that I've found that I'm aware of in the game that can drop stat improving nuts as a normal drop, well, a rare drop from a rare monster. So keep that in mind. We'll get more into it in a second here, but that's why you might want to find more Octopuffs. Now, there are over 8. I think there's 10 versions of Octopuffs. There's probably one for each stat, and then some, right? How do I look at my stats? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there are 10 because there's 8 stats and then HP, SP. 10 different kind of Octopuffs. We're going to go over where and how to find them, what kind, of nuts you're going to get from each one, kind of what the drop rate and encounter rates are, and yada, yada, yada. We're just going to jump into it. So first, where and how to find them. So the number one way you're going to want to find them is by going to the right locations, right? So I'm going to put something right up there on the side of the screen there for reference in case you're not listening, but we're going to talk over it as well. So there is the Snowland Octopuff. Let's go here. That can be found in the Winterlands. And they drop elemental attack nuts. The Mountain Octopuff, which can be found in the Crestlands, which drops the elemental defense nut. The City Octopuff, which can be found in the Brightlands, which is going to drop the speed nut, which is the light nut. The Island Octopuff, which is going to be found down here in the island, can drop the slippery nut, which increases evasion. The Ocean Octopuff can be found in the Harborlands, which drops the tough nut, which is physical defense. The Desert Octopath can be found in this region, the Yuma. You know what? Sorry, the blank lands. This one is gonna drop the fortifying nut, which is physical attack. The Forest Octopuff and the Leaflands is going to drop the accuracy, or the sharp nut, which is accuracy. And the Wasteland Octopuff can show up in the Wildlands, and that one's going to drop the critical nut, the crit rate. So I wrote this down ahead of time so I could read it for you guys, and you guys get to see it up there anyway. But there is also 2 more. There's the Queen and King Octopuff. Now these can appear in any area. For the Queen, any area that's above difficulty level 20. So you go find a difficulty level 20, like this is perfect. If you go here, you'll be able to find Queen Octopuffs. I'm not sure how difficult the open ocean is. Let's take a look at the open ocean. What the danger level of the open ocean is. Maybe that will get you there. 34. So you should be able to find Queen Octopuffs in the ocean as well. The King Octopuff is very similar. Oh, the Queen Octopuff drops SP nuts, the invigorating nuts. And the nourishing nuts, the King Octopuff, can be found in any area level 45 or above. So these are going to be the highest level areas in the game, in some of the later game dungeons, like the Infernal Castle, right? And where the heck are these other ones? There should be some up here. Screw these areas. We're going to go an area that I know, right here. Path to the Dusk Ruin Shrine. Like, this area is a perfect example. Level 45. You can find the King Octopuffs here, and they'll give you the HP one. So first, that's where they are. That's how to find them. So after you go to the right zone, you're going to want to find water. So really quickly here, I'm going to equip a, not an alluring ribbon, but a spurring ribbon, whatever it's called. And I'm going to give you an example, right? Let's say I wanted to go get increase my physical, what one did I say is the Harborland? My physical defense, right? I wanted a tough nut. We're going to go to the Harborlands. So we want to find encounters here, but what's also important is you want to find water. They have an increased spawn rate on water. So just for example, in this zone, if I wanted to do it, I would come over here and I would get to a spot like so. I would now make sure that all of my accessories and stuff are equipped. So first thing you're going to want to do here, I'm going to show you how to get these, don't worry, but you want to take off the ribbon, equip a luring ribbon, and now this is the kind of area you want to be farming in. So this is step 1 to make sure you can actually find them. Now, I'm not going to actually find them because we're going to get into it here. The encounter rate of these is about I think base level is around 4%, a little bit under. Now there are ways to enhance that. So with everything equipped, basically with all the accessories equipped, there's 3 Octopuff accessories, which increases the chances of encountering Octopuffs. Combine that with the passive skill of finding rare monsters more frequently. With all this, I think it's closer to 10%. Now I don't know the exact numbers here. This is just going off of feeling. But I've gone 3 battles and found an Octopuff, another 3 battles and found an Octopuff, but then I've gone 30 battles and not found one. So after finding about 10 in a row, it did feel to average about 1 in 10 encounters I would find one. So right around 10% is my guess. Now these nuts are not a guaranteed drop. In fact, it's a 5% drop rate. So this is a very, very low thing to do. You're getting a, at best, 10% chance to find it, and then a 1 in 20% chance. So a 1 in 10 chance to even find the thing, and then a 1 in 20 on top of the 1 in 10 to even get a nut. And the nut is, but I dedicated an hour of my life trying to get a single one, and I did not get a single one. So I decided I'm not going to do that in the video because I wanted to record a video and not spend my entire day off looking for a single nut from an Octopuff. But this is how you would get it if you wanted. Now, we know where to find them. We know what their encounter rate is. We know what the drop rate is. Now let's prep for actually farming these and how to best find them. And then at the very end, we'll go through a little kind of fun facts, I suppose. So you want to get the accessories. There are 3 accessories you want to get in the game: Octopuff Pot, and a 3rd Octopuff Pot. Now, in order to get these, we're going to go to Conning Creek, actually. Same, they're both in the Harborlands. The very first one is the easiest one to get. They're all pretty easy, but the very first one's going to be the easiest. You come right in here, go to the fisherman, boom, he's got one. However you got to get it, buy, steal, cheat, do whatever you got to do to get this one. Now, the second one is actually part of a side quest, but it's still here. We're actually going to come up here to the tavern, and there is going to be some rich dude up here. He is an Octopuff enthusiast. You're going to allure him, track him, whatever. You're going to make him follow you, and you're going to take him all the way to Mountwise. And what you're going to do when you come to Mountwise is you're going to come right up here, and this gentleman right here, you see we've already united them, is a Octopuff researcher. And by bringing them together, you will complete the side quest, which will give you another Octopuff pot. Now, the third one and final one that you can get is going to be right up here in the Lighthouse Island, and it's going to just be on a chest on the island. I'm not going to fast travel there because that'll take a minute, but if you go into the Lighthouse Island and you go like right over here to the right side of it, you'll find a 3rd Octopuff pot. The Lighthouse Island, the only way to get there is by getting a boat, and if you don't have a boat yet, then you probably shouldn't even be worrying about the Octopuffs. You can get that later, but once you get the boat, you go up here to the Lighthouse Island, boom, there it is. And so outside, once you get those, the only other thing you want to make sure you have equipped is the more rare monsters. Now, you can't stack this, unfortunately, but you just want to have that. Also, you want to have step ahead on at least one character that does magic damage, as they're very evasive and hard to hit with physically, but magic never misses. So having just like a Temenos, Oswald, or whatever, just hit them all with a light nuke. That way you can, or you know, whatever, an elemental nuke. That way you can kill them very easily is the way you're going to do it. And really, that's kind of all there is. That's where to find them, what they drop, what the encounter rates are, what the drop rates are, the best way to increase your encounter rate, where to find all the accessories. The only other thing, and you know, how to fight them when you actually find them. Make sure you have step ahead and magic. Magic never misses. They have low HP. You can also use soul stones, but it's not self-sufficient. It's expensive to use soul stones. And you'd rather kill them with very low investment. The only other thing worth noting is you cannot steal from the Octopuffs. I was really hoping you could steal a nut from them. You cannot. The only other thing that I thought was worth mentioning is that you can capture them with a chet. So if we come over here and look at our monsters here, this one we actually have a King Octopuff, and the King Octopuff has ultimate enervation. We're going to show you what this does in combat. It kind of is just like a massive debuff for the enemies, but also you can make Octopath bowls once you capture them. The Octopath bowl is not particularly good, but it is something that, you know, if you might want it, and it has a cool name. So let's take a look here. Where it isn't. Grants a single ally a random positive status effect. So it might have a bigger pool of abilities than Remedy does, but honestly, I would use Remedy most of the time. So let's go ahead and get into encounter here and just take a look at what a Chet does with the King Octopuff, right? Let's make sure we turn the... We're only going to do it 5 times. 6 times feels a little over. You can see that he basically does big debuff, and he does that 5 times. And then on Temenos' turn, we'll take a look at what they actually all do, right? It also delays their actions for sure. But now, oh, sorry, that's the different game. Here we go. Physical attack up. Sorry, not this one, but we look at the debuffs, right? Physical attack down, physical defense down, elemental attack down, elemental defense down, accuracy down, evasion down, critical rate down, speed down. Blindness actually came from Temenos himself, because I think they only have 1 turn of blindness there. Yeah. But that's basically what the Octopuff does. It's not the greatest one, but it is a cool one to have. Go ahead and heavily shine him, would you? Thank you, friend. And that's really all there is to the Octopuffs. They're kind of a smaller part of the game than I would have expected, but they're still the best way to get all the nuts that you need. But goddamn, is that a long grind that I'm not looking forward to, because I'm not doing it. So I guess I am looking forward to not doing it in a sense. But if you want to do that, that should be all the information you need. That is how you get it. Much love. Purplatypus is Purplatypus. I will see you in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what else you want me to play. Also, give me all your money. Also, someone help me. No, okay, I'm just messing with you. You guys have a good one. See you next time. Peace.